Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat. I welcome you to Madden NFL Football and the Cleveland Browns Franchise Mode Series. Before we begin with game number 1, I have to be honest with everyone. The roster that I was using for the game was corrupted, so I had to start from scratch and start a new franchise file. Fortunately, there are only a few changes that have to be made to the roster that's going into this season. If we jump to wide receivers, there will be no Jacoby Ford on our team. The player taking his place will be Ace Sanders. I was fortunate enough to find a wide receiver with even better kick return attributes than Jacoby Ford. The other big change in the offensive line was who is backing up Alex Mack as the center, because I was able to take John Greco and switch him from right guard to center, and it improved his overall to 85. I did this because I was able to make a rare find among the free agents, and that is John Asamoah, the fifth-year man out of Illinois, who will be playing right guard for us. At middle linebacker, instead of Joe Mays, I was able to find Darryl Sharpton, which he is going to play down on the depth chart just a little bit, but yet is still a strong foundation for this linebacking core. At right outside linebacker, I was not able to acquire Julian Stanford again, so we're going to miss out on a position battle. I did acquire Jaquian Williams. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Somebody, please, in the comments, tell me how to pronounce that name. He should be a good backup, but again, no Julian Stanford. And backing up Dante Whitner is Bernard Pollard. And I think I forgot to mention that at halfback, Robert Turbin is no longer on this team. So Duke Johnson, you are the next man at bat. So with our roster set, let's get going and play some football. Welcome everybody to East Rutherford, New Jersey and MetLife Stadium, home of the New York Jets. And today's contest between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The Jets have won the toss and have elected to receive. Andy Lee is set to kick it off, and Jeremy Curley is back for the New York Jets. And away we go! And Curley brings it out and is tackled at the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10, Geno Smith brings them to the line. Chris Ivory takes it off the right side and makes it up to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 2 now. Smith throws it right side to Bohannon, and it looks like he's dropped at about the 38-yard line. But that gives him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 as Geno Smith brings him to the line again, and he gets sacked in the backfield. So on 2nd and 15, he's in the backfield, and he passes left side to Wasu. On 3rd and 12, he drops back and passes over the right side, and it's intercepted by Tashawn Gibson. A bad decision by Geno Smith results in the interception of the pass. Here comes the Cleveland offense. Manziel has them lined up in the offset eye. And Mostert runs up the middle, only gaining a yard. So on 2nd and 9, Manziel has them in the I formation and calls for Barnage to go in motion. And Johnson off the left side has room, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Jets. If we follow the replay, he had the ball just punched right out of there. So on 1st and 10, Smith brings the Jets to the line. And Ivory gets leveled in the backfield, losing 4 yards. Here on 2nd and 14, Ivory is a lone back. And Smith is back to pass, and Eric Decker catches it over the right side. So it's 3rd and 4. And Smith sends a man in motion and gets caught in the backfield. And they'll have to punt. So on 2nd and 10, Manziel brings them to the line with Dre and Johnson in the backfield. And he's back to pass, and he gets sacked in the backfield. He needs to learn how to get rid of that football. On 3rd and 17 now. He's in the shotgun this time with Johnson at his side. And he gets sacked again. So they have to punt. Now it's 1st and 10. Geno Smith brings the Jets to the line. And he's back to pass and goes over the right side to Brandon Marshall for a short gain. It's 3rd and 6 now. And he sends a man in motion. He's back to pass, and he floats one in. It's incomplete. And they have to punt. Now it's 1st and 10. Manziel's back and sends a man in motion. And he's back to pass. And he goes long and deep. And it's complete to Taylor Gabriel. Look at that replay. If he would have had just a little bit more on it, the ball would have been out in front, and it would have been a touchdown. So Manziel on 1st and 10 hands it off to Johnson, who gets just a couple of yards up the middle. And now on 3rd and 9, with Mostert in the backfield, Dre back there too. He sends Mostert in motion, and he's back to pass. Hits Barnage for the touchdown. Right across the middle, and Gary Barnage takes it in for the score. And the Jets fans don't like that. Now 7-0. And Smith is back to pass and decides to run and doesn't get that far. Only a 2-yard gain. So it's 2nd and 8 with Ivory in the backfield. And sends a man in motion. And he gets sacked in the backfield again. So on 3rd down and 12, Smith is back to pass, and it's intercepted. That is Tremont Williams. So that means the Browns are deep in Jet territory again. So on 1st and 10, with Johnson in the backfield, it's counter off the left side, and he gets 11. On 1st and 10 again, Manziel is back to pass, and he scrambles out, and he runs, and he slides for an 8-yard gain. Now on 3rd and 4, in the split back formation, Manziel is back to pass to Johnson, and he struggles for a 1st down, Are they going to give it to him? They challenge the football spot. And looking at the replay, he's got the first down. So 1st and 10 at the 10. Straight forward, he gets about 3 yards. And on 2nd and 7. Now in the I formation. Manziel drops back to pass over the middle, and it's a touchdown to E.J. Bibbs. And again, the Jets fans don't like that. Boy, Manziel really threaded that one in there, didn't he? He's throwing like his job depended on it. So 2nd and 11 on the next possession. The Jets run up the middle with Ivory, and it's about a 10-yard run. The graphic shows 3rd down efficiency, and the Jets just can't get anything going. Ivory over the right side again, and it's a 1st down. And now Smith is back to pass, and he gets sacked. So now on 3rd down, he's back to pass, and he floats one out there, and it's incomplete, and they'll have to punt. Now it's 1st down, and Manziel brings them to the line with only a single back, and Johnson runs up the middle for 11 yards. And on 1st and 10, they're in the offset I. And Manziel brings the man in motion. And Johnson goes up the middle for a good gain of 6 yards. So on 2nd and 4, Johnson goes over the left end and almost to the 35. Call it the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Manziel is back to pass and almost intercepted. And now it's 3rd and 10. And Manziel is back to pass again, and it's complete to Gary Barnage over the middle. 1st and 10. And Manziel is driving them again. Johnson over the right side gets 3 yards. See, they're 4 out of 5 on 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, Manziel is back to pass, and it's intercepted. If you look at that, Isaiah Crowell just about had it, but it was taken away in midair. So now it's 1st and 10. The Jets come out and send Ivory up the middle to the 16-yard line. Now with well under 2 minutes to go in the half, Smith has them in the I, and Bohannon goes up the middle, and it's 4th down. They'll have to punt. So it's 1st and 10. Cleveland with Manziel back to pass, and he completes it to Johnson for almost a 10-yard gain. So on 3rd down now, Johnson gets about 4 yards. And a 1st down. And now on 2nd down and 10, with 18 seconds left, Manziel throws across the middle, and it's complete. And there's also a defensive pass interference call. So after the interference call, it's 1st and 10. And Manziel is in the shotgun. And he fumbles the football. Now this is the Johnny Manziel that we've come to love here in the city of Cleveland. So on 1st and 10, Geno Smith and the Jets will try to score for the last time in the first half. And Decker catches it for an 11-yard gain. And now with 4 seconds left, Smith is in the shotgun. Throws it long. It's caught by Marshall and almost scores a touchdown before the half. If it weren't for the defense, Cleveland wouldn't be hanging in this one because they wouldn't be able to stop the Jets from scoring. As it is, it's 14-0 Cleveland. There have been way too many turnovers in the first half. Let's see if they can change that going into the second half. And so here we go with the second half. The Browns have it. Manziel has them in the I formation with Mostert in the backfield. A little bit of motion in the backfield. Gabriel goes wide. And he gets sacked. And on 3rd down, they're in the shotgun this time. And Benjamin goes up the right side and almost has enough for the first down. It looks like he got hurt. We'll have to see what that injury is all about. So it's 1st and 10. Geno Smith is back to pass. And he passes over the middle. A safety valve pass. On a 2nd and 5. Ivory's in the backfield. And he goes left. And it's a first down. And on the ensuing first down, Ivory takes it for a couple over the left side. Now out of the I formation. Geno Smith's hands off and up the middle goes Powell for just a couple. So 3rd and 4. And he gets sacked in the backfield, so they'll have to punt. So now on 2nd and 7, Johnson and Dre in the backfield. And Manziel goes back to pass and off the right side to Dre and gets 9 yards. Some tough running by Johnson as he gets the first down. So 1st and 10. Out of the full house formation this time. And he's passing. And Barnage catches a nice one off the left side. Now Manziel drops back to pass again. And he decides to run. And he fumbles the football. And the Jets recover. But now it's 3rd down. And the Jets are in the offset I. And he's back to pass. And he completes it. First down. And now it's 2nd and 7. They're in the offset I again. And he hands off to Ivory and gets just a couple up the middle. So now it's 3rd down and 3. And Smith drops back, and it's incomplete, and they'll have to punt. In a single back formation, Johnson goes left side and gains 5. So it's 2nd and 5. And Johnson is in the backfield way off center. But Benjamin catches it up the right side. And that ends the 3rd quarter. And the score is still 14-0 Browns. So starting out the 3rd quarter, the Browns have the ball on the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. And Kroll goes left, and he puts the ball on the turf. And Manziel is able to jump on top of it. So it's 2nd and 16. And they're in the shotgun. And Manziel is back to pass. And he completes it to Hartline over the right side for a good gain. And now it's 1st and 10 after the catch. And a counter right, and Johnson is still going. Touchdown, Browns. As we see in this replay, they just couldn't stop him. And Duke Johnson goes through the line and scores the touchdown for the Browns. So now 21-0, 2nd and 10 for the Jets. As Smith goes back to pass, of the right side, Brandon Marshall gains of 11. First and 10. Ivory goes up the middle for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. So Smith passes over the left side. Decker down to the 20. They marked him at the 21. And Ivory up the middle gains about 4 yards. And now it's 3rd down and 5 yards. And Smith out of the shotgun completes over the middle. And now they're at the 5-yard line with a 1st and goal. And he hits Brandon Marshall in the corner for a touchdown. If we look at that, he was all alone in the corner of the end zone. And the Jets fans finally get to be excited about something. On the following Browns possession, it's 1st and 10. With Johnson going wide right, and he's got some room up to the 36-yard line. So now it's 1st and 10 again, with Manziel and Johnson in the backfield in the shotgun formation. Manziel goes back to pass, and in the right slot, he hits Hawkins over the middle for a 1st down. It's 1st and 10. Johnson counters left side, follows his blockers, and is in the clear. And it's another touchdown, Browns. And seeing that replay, he followed his blockers beautifully. And he scored yet again. So it's 1st and 10. With the score 28-7. Geno Smith takes it and hands off to Ivory up the middle for a 6-yard gain. Now on 2nd and 4, Smith passes over the right side to Brandon Marshall for a 1st down. And on 1st and 10, a handoff to Behannon, and he gets 8 yards up the middle. So 2nd and 10. And Smith is back to pass, and there's an intentional grounding penalty. So after the penalty is assessed, it's now 3rd down and 12. Smith is back to pass. Cumberland gets the pass and is driven out of bounds, and they have to punt. So it's 1st down, and the backups are now in, and Crowell gets a very good run up the left side. McCown is alone in the backfield in the shotgun formation, back to pass. And he connects with Gabriel, but he's out of bounds at the 26. And now it's 3rd down and 12. For the Browns, McCown is back, and it's incomplete. So they have to kick a field goal, a 45-yarder, and it splits the uprights. And now it's 31-7. On the next possession, it's 31-7, 1st down. Smith is in the shotgun, and he fires complete for an 11-yard gain. So it's 1st and 10 again. And he hits Marshall for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. And they're in the shotgun. And he passes again to Decker and gets a 1st down out of the deal. So after a timeout, it's 1st and 10. Smith goes back to pass. And it's a long pass. Completed and touchdown to Wasu. If we look at the replay, Geno Smith paid dearly for that as he got hit in the backfield pretty hard. And the Jets fans are excited again. And they're going for 2 to try to come within 2 scores. And Smith tries to pass it in there, and it's incomplete. So on the ensuing onside kick, Benjamin gets it, and it's Brown's ball. And now all they have to do is run out the clock. And there's your ball games, ladies and gentlemen. 31-13 in favor of the Cleveland Browns. In looking at some of the game stats, we see that the Browns really outrounded the Jets by a good margin. And if we look at the defensive interceptions, it was a 2-1 margin. But the big difference was in the fumbles, 4 fumbles, and lost 3 of those. The real highlight was in the running game, with Juke Johnson having a spectacular day. Earlier I had made the comment that the defense is really what kept the Browns in this game. Well, this is so true, because if you look at some of the stats, some of the player stats from the defensive line, boy, they really came to play today. They really just didn't let the Jet offense do much of anything today. Up next is our first home game against the Tennessee Titans. We see that they hold a little bit of an advantage in the special teams arena. And it says from a local news standpoint that it's going to be a good game. And I can't disagree with them there. I'm a little bit afraid of Jason McCourty and right in Jarrell Casey having a great impact on their game. We have to maintain that running game if we're going to be able to compete with these Titans. And until we see you at First Energy Stadium in our next episode, we thank you for joining us, and have a good day, everyone.